the primordial great mother. Want to give thanks to the ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels, the angels, and the ancestors, and come to uh, for the protection and guidance on this YouTube uh, title. For I need y'all on this one, not just me, but we all need you on this one. I have to really speak from experiences and so on, and also I have to get some things off my chest. Um, and most of all, great mother, I just wanted to say to you all that just work with us on this one and just let the higher self speak, please. Thanks for the guidance on this video. But we ask for protection and guidance from these negative people that are out here that don't mean us no good, that has been lying to the people, that has been wolves in sheep's clothing, and so on. And I want to let you know we appreciate you. Ashe Boba. Okay. Um, Sometimes we take life for granted. We take life for granted, and we don't realize the beauty of life. We don't realize. Sometimes we don't acknowledge the things that we have in this life. Sometimes people don't realize the hurt they cause others, and how you have to deal with that. That's why it's important to do shadow work. That's why it's important to look back and look back on the growth that you have done, have made. It's reflecting. Some people don't have the chance to reflect. They could be ready to transition, but during them times when they about to transition, their whole life flashes before their eyes, and they realize the wrongs that they did. They realize the akashic records that that they're a part of now, in another lifetime, how it's all interconnected. I've sat here, watched videos and different subjects, different topics, but mainly the life after death, the transitioning part. And I've seen how people, peace, how you doing? How you doing, Grim? Uh, I watch how people, when they about to transition, a lot of them smile, or some of them just probably have regrets on their life that they did, and they wish they could go back. And we really take life for granted. Okay, so it's like we really don't want to take. It's like we don't take it for. We don't take life like how we should take it. Many of us been programmed, and we take life for so much granted. Like we don't enjoy our time here with family, friends. Some of our families are so torn apart that it's not supposed to be like that. Um, every time you start thinking about things, reflecting, you realize that things that you could change within yourself. And when you start reflecting and start realizing the things that you could have done better, you start thinking about that time when that time come when you about to make the transition. How much have you changed? But yeah, a lot of us take life for granted and don't realize what we can do to make changes in our lives while we're here, for not for ourselves, but the future generations behind us. Um, you know, I've seen a lot. Yeah, it's never too late. It's never too late. Seeing I've been through a lot, and I speak on how I've been attacked, harshly for the last years, and so how I've been, you know, attacked on some bogus stuff that wasn't true, and how I was stalked cyberly, and how I was, being told, being said bad things about my family online to somebody by somebody that claimed that they know me because of their pain, and was laughing that when my aunt passed away, both my aunts and then my cousin passed away, and lied and said it happened back to back. When you don't know the person's life, you don't know how and when it happened. You're just going by hearsay. Exactly. Only lessons, exactly. And when that person said that on their channel, that's why you got those curses because you did this. And that. I'm like, I don't practice witchcraft. I don't do that. Words can be used as weapons, but no weapons against me shall prosper, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like people take life for granted because they exactly, you know, um, it is actually by default. And when the person talked about that, and my aunt, one of my aunts, she passed away like several years ago, and this person didn't even know. They thought they passed away back to back and thought I did something to them, trying to lie to people, defaming my name. They was defaming my name. You know what I'm saying? And was trying to knock the credit that I took on a spiritual path, and but then turn around and act like me and talk like me and say the word grand rising and all this other stuff and try to mimic my every movement. Thank you for saying that. Years ago, my other aunt, she passed away a year or two ago. My cousin, they found him like a couple years ago. So it's like that's not back to back. You can't talk about something that you don't know about. What's happening, family? Like we take life for granted, and you got people that's so evil that'll make fun of something, and they'll talk like they know you, but yet they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And then you send people that don't know you their way. You know what I'm saying? Peace. How you doing? Yeah, everything. It's just that we just gotta take life for more serious. Like every second, every minute, we gotta cherish life, man. Cherish it. And beautiful life is exactly. And it's like we need to start looking at it. Like let's take it another level. Like let's literally look at the beauties of it. Because when that person that we had in our life is no longer here, and no longer here, all you have is the memories. The hug from that person no more. The kiss from them no more. The lay your head back, everything was gonna be okay. Like I remember my grandmother on my mother's side. She raised me, and this was back 2009. She is. Before that, my grandfather passed away a year before that. I can't call them. Yeah, exactly. I can't call my grandmother. I can't call my grandfather. I can't hear my grandmother just saying, "Come here, give me a hug." I can't hear that no more. I was there when she was literally on her deathbed. My grandmother had diabetes. She had gangrene on her leg because the hospital didn't do something right. My grandmother couldn't see. I ain't seen my grandmother in years on that time, and I was like 28. I think I was 28. Yeah, I was 28. Thank you. And when I saw her Now, mind y'all, she wasn't. She couldn't see. She couldn't see. She could not see. Okay. But when my mom told her I was there, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what this is that's calling me. Just bear with me. I think this might be somebody I need to talk to, but I'm gonna just do this live real quick. Sorry about that. So, when my wow, 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 wow. I'm looking at what you're saying. Wow. I know that. I know the pain. I know the pain that you're going through. Um, and what happened to y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all the story real quick. Like I said, she couldn't see. She had diabetes and everything. She couldn't see. And I remember my grandma raised me on my mother's side until I was like, I would say until I was like 22. She was always there. She went her last days before she went to the hospital. She said, "Just come home." And my grandfather popped up on the phone. He was like, "Don't worry about it. It is rough. That's very rough on him. You know what I'm saying? And you have your wife, but you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna make it because you have somebody that's by your side and by your corner. You know, that's why I'm trying to like let y'all know. Like the story goes, like she couldn't see, and next thing you know, my mom said, "Your grandson here." And she said my name. Y'all know that my grandmother had a tear come down her eye. She had a tear come down her eye. Of course, we're gonna. Yes, we're gonna see. You're gonna see her again. You're gonna see him again. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see your father again. You're gonna see all your relatives. You know, looking back 16 years ago, though, y'all, and like I said, she couldn't see. And when they said my name, a tear came down her eye, and I started crying because I couldn't see my grandmother like that. This is the woman that always been there. Just like anybody that lost somebody that always been there, and then when you have that loss, it hits you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I take that most definitely. You know, it's like we take life for granted, man, and we don't look at the time. We never look back at the time we spent with our loved ones or people that we care about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to get emotional, but this is serious. Like, I look at everybody. I look at everybody. It's like, yo, I can't look at the camera right now because the pain that people go through when we don't take life to the extreme levels. You know what I'm saying? Of loving, caring, and like people don't realize the pain that others might go through. Excuse me, like they might go through every day because people take life for granted. It's not all about having riches, fame, and fortune. It's not about having the nice cars. It's not about having the luxurious or glamorous life. You know what I'm saying? It's it's all about having peace of mind and enjoying the love that you have for that person or persons in your life. It's about growth. It's about changes. It's about what you have learned through these lessons. Yeah, just give me a little, because I know you don't feel well. Okay, but it's all about making things better. You know, like I was watching a video with this elder in his deathbed, and these angels came to him, but they were as orbs, and he put his hands up. And he put his hands up. He transitioned just like that. He transitioned. Um, I watched the baby who father passed away, and the orb of the father was rubbing the hair of the baby. Let me tell you, like when your parents come pass away, they become your ancestors. They watch over you. Exactly. That's why I try to tell people there is life after death. It really is. And I tell people, you know, I listen to a lot of past life stories, or I listen to a lot of people that had near death experiences. And all of them that I heard, they was like, when they had were in a place where it's bliss and love. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like I had a near death experience too, like almost 3 years ago, and I'm here. Yeah, my daughter prayed and prayed to the Creator, to the ancestors that I come back home to her, and I came back home, and it wasn't my time yet. Can y'all believe that somebody made fun of that? Yeah, everything that I'm looking at, everybody in the chat, everything y'all saying is love, and is on point. I appreciate it, you know. But this is not my channel. I keep telling everybody this is our channel. I just wanted to talk about how life is just, it needs to be looked upon as different, because we're and enjoy. And yes, love is a commitment. You know, I'm glad that y'all interacting, because we don't have time for negative energy anymore. It's all about love, and it's about learning, about growing. You know what I'm saying? Regardless on whatever I talk to on our channel, somewhere down the line you can relate to it on, once you start seeing the stuff and doing the research yourself. Um, we really got to look at life in a whole different level. We have to, regardless on whoever religion, whatever you into, we all have a common goal. All of us believe in one, and at the same time, we come from different walks of life. And the thing that matters the most is to live the best life that you can possibly be living, and also giving back. Because when I tell y'all, like, the scales of my yacht, or the scales that your heart and being weighed on a feather and everything, and I was like, you got to be balanced, yeah. And it's like, but at the same time, I always tell everybody nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And as time progresses, we have to realize love is the only answer, like all of it. And I emphasize all the time about the heart chakra. Like, yo, this is the time that your heart is being weighed and being measured. Exactly. Exactly. The heart is key component, because that's where love dwells too. It forms that emotion of love. You get what I'm saying? We have to come to grips and realize that when you cry, that's actually cleansing your soul through joy or pain. You know what I'm saying? And we got to look at life in so many ways. I mean, this is serious that I'm looking at. Man, this is a beautiful chat that y'all doing, man. Like, I see that some of us need this kind of talk, some kind of communication that's dealing with life, man. I mean, because a lot of us need an outlet. We need an outlet to release the frustration, to release the pain, and need to talk to somebody about what we go through, just to release it. That's why channels like this is needed. I mean, I don't discriminate. Whatever fits you, fits you. I don't force nothing that I talk about on our channel on anybody. I just want you to have an open mind and see for yourself. But what y'all talking about, I love it. It's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, the creator always forgives. But we gotta learn how to also, and Some people, we got to realize, hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people hurt people. They hurt people because they hurt themselves. And that's their way of lashing out. That's what that is. And when people are hurt, they don't care about nobody but themselves at that moment. But what happens is they say karma do come back and bite them, and they realize that what they did wrong, and they start regretting it. A lot of times, it could be too late. You know what I'm saying? Because that person might have transitioned, and you're stuck with that memory of, dang, I did this person wrong, or I said this about that person, or that person have moved on so quickly that they are not looking at what you did to them. They're looking like, okay, that was a lesson that I had to learn. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we got to really look at life at so many different levels. I mean, nobody's perfect. You're striving for perfection, but you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You know? And we have to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. You can strive and do the best of your abilities to be as perfect as you can be. But you can't be perfect. Nobody's a saint. Nobody's a saint. And nobody can't be the know all be all. You can learn and read out of every damn book in the Bible, in any holy book, but you're still not going to be perfect because you're also living as a human being. You're going to have to go through these experiences in life that's going to change you. That's going to make that's going to bring certain transformations in your life that you're going to have to probably adapt to. Okay, no problem. Family, hey, no problem. I already, you know how I know how you are, man. Just keep on being positive. Keep on being positive. Like, it's just today is just made me look at things at a different level. So I want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna do another live probably later on like this. Hopefully y'all pop back on. I'm gonna do a sequel to it because I gotta go ahead and make a phone call. I love the energy though. Like this energy was needed. And I don't know. It's some things that make you wonder. Cause yeah, I was in tears because I started watching those videos. It made me think about life even more. You know. Yeah. I do. What I'm gonna do? Like check as soon as this video download. I'm gonna put my. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my email in the comment section. Okay. And then when I put it when this video download, check the comment section. I'll put my email up, and you can email me. Then I'll give you my Instagram. You know, it's the reason why I'm doing it like that, though. I'll let you know why. You be like, oh wow, yeah, it's like stuff like that. But that's why I said no weapons against me shall prosper. So, um, yeah, people be crazy. That's why I said what I said. I'll take the email and all that, put that love, light, darkness, supreme balance, which is the yin and the yang, which is the masculine and divine feminine and divine masculine, to bring supreme balance to all of y'all. May the great mother and the ancestors and the archangels and the angels protect you and yours. May y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I will more than likely do another live later. Hopefully y'all be available. I'm gonna make a sequel to this where we can talk about a lot of things, how we into different chapters or different parts. Okay? Peace.